My name is Tyler Russell. I'm the National Grain Marketing Services Manager for Cargill. My goal is to help farmers make better grain marketing decisions. Oh, that's an interesting question. Most farmers don't have enough storage to hold their entire crop in their bins. Or if they did, some of them maybe don't have the luxury to do it. And there's probably a number of reasons why. When you look at what should I move first, one of the things you need to look at is just flat out logistics. There are some commodities that only move during certain time periods. Maybe there's a malt barley sale or a vessel that needs to go. So unfortunately, even though you'd like to hold it, you do need to align your movement to some of the logistics and the end-use sales. Otherwise, you could miss the market entirely. Second thing, when you're deciding, which commodity should I store, is it the higher value or lower values? Generally, we would come back to saying, store the crop which has the greater probability or chance of increasing in value. So you don't necessarily store just your higher value crop, but if canola would have a higher probability of increasing in price than wheat, then I would be storing my canola rather than wheat. Another thing you have to consider when storage is just cash flow. There are some cash flow payments that you need to make, and there's certain commodities that you're going to need to move in order to make those, because commodities are worth different values. So you do need to map that out as far as what commodities am I going to have to move to make my bill payments. And lastly, as far as looking at crops, which ones to store, there are some commodities out there, for example, specialty canola, that actually pay you in addition to the carry in a market. They will pay you a storage premium for keeping it in your bin. So those are great crops to store as well, because oftentimes they can pay for some of your bins when you're getting $20, $30, $40, even $80 a ton to store a crop. That's great math and great economics to choose those crops to store. Probably the biggest thing that I would look at when looking at a crop that I wouldn't want to store, it's where you would have a greater risk of quality loss. So are you storing a crop that has the potential to lose its quality? Are you storing a high moisture crop that could go out of condition on you or heat? Or are you storing a crop such as malt barley where there is the potential to lose germination and then potentially cause it to become feed barley? You need to keep those in mind as far as if you're storing crops that could go out of condition, those are generally crops that you want to move early or condition it so that you can get it in a better storage quality type grain.